to Diaspora Connect on AAU TV, the voice of higher education in Africa. The program, as you know, showcases the contributions of the diasporans to Africa's institution of higher learning. Today, I am at Adventist University of Africa here in Kenya, and I'm going to look at what has been happening or the contributions that have been received by this university from the diaspora. The 21st century university is measured by its level of entrepreneurship, and to be entrepreneurial, universities should internationalize. The level of internationalization is what we are going to talk about here at Adventist University. My name is Ransford Bekoe, the host of this program. You are watching this program on our social media handles and on our dedicated website, which is on the screen, which is www.tv.aau.org. Let's go for a short break, and when we come back, we'll delve into the issues. Stay tuned.
Are you an institution or individual? Do you intend to organize a memorable event to be archived for future reference? Then look no further than AAU Studios, because it's your best bet. With our spacious studio and state-of-the-art media equipment such as 4K Panasonic video cameras, KinoFlow lights, assorted microphones, live streaming machines, and others, you are sure to get the best of production. Visit us at Trinity Avenue, East Legon, adjacent the National Accreditation Board, or contact the AAU studio via the following addresses: info@aau.org, AAU TV @aau.org, Ransford @aau.org. Alternatively, you can call us on 0244 185 998 or 0244 693 342.
Welcome back from the break. This is Diaspora Connect on AAU TV, the voice of higher education in Africa. Just before the break, I had introduced the purpose of my visit to Adventist University of Africa, which is here in Nairobi, Kenya. And we are going to look at the level of internationalization of this university, especially the role of the diaspora in contributing to the growth of the university. And to do justice to this topic is Professor Daniel Ganu, who is the Dean of Postgraduate Studies of Adventist University of Africa. Prof, welcome to Diaspora Connect on AAU TV.
Thank you very much. My pleasure.
You're welcome. Okay. Well, let's just delve straight into the topic. Give us a little brief about this university.
Adventist University of Africa, it's a postgraduate university sponsored by the Seventh-day Adventist Church. And we think we are unique, and indeed we are unique because we offer only graduate programs, master's degree and PhD degrees. We do not offer undergraduate degrees. And we have the School of Postgraduate Studies, where I am the dean, and we offer a host of courses, and I believe we'll talk about that.
Okay. Now, tell me, who, you said it's a faith-based university?
Yes, institution, yeah.
Okay. So who are the main stakeholders of this university?
Yes, it is owned by the Seventh-day Adventist Church, and the council, or we will call it the board of trustees of these universities, they are in Maryland, USA, and so council meetings are held in Maryland, in USA, and sometimes the council also comes here and they hold the council meeting here. But the school is owned by the Seventh-day Adventist Church.
So it is not an African-based institution?
It is an African-based institution. It is actually owned also by the church in the African continent. Okay. But just that the headquarters of the Seventh-day Adventist Church is in Maryland.
Okay, right. Now tell me more about the programs that you run here at this university.
Good. You know, we have theological seminary programs, and we offer programs like Masters of Divinity, Doctor of Divinity, PhD in Religion, Master of Chaplaincy, Master of Pastoral Theology, MA Religion, and so on and so forth. And in the School of Postgraduate Studies, we offer programs such as Public Health, with specializations in health promotion, environmental health, human nutrition, community development, and epidemiology and biostatistics. And then we also offer business administration, master's degree, with specializations in accounting, finance, management, information systems, healthcare management, and then we offer computer science, applied computer science degree in a master's degree level, and we offer specializations in e-services, cybersecurity, network administration, and we offer MA leadership master's degree and PhD leadership.
That's quite a lot.
Yeah.
So what is the size of the teaching faculty?
We have more than 60 faculty members from all over the world.
Oh,
and we are actually international. And in Kenya here, we have maybe 5 or 6 of the faculty from Kenya, but we have faculty members from US, from Europe, from Africa, the most continent in Africa, from Asia. So we are diverse. And we are unique in the sense that we have so much diverse faculty members, which brings with it a very good benefit, because the students will have a varied horizon, a varied perspective from different places in Africa.
Okay. Now let's talk about the mode of delivery. You've mentioned so many programs. How do you deliver these programs within the confines of this university?
Very good. We are not, this is a Pan-African university. And so we use the infrastructure of our sister institutions, which are all over the continent, to launch our programs. And so we bring education closer to the people who need it. For example, in Ghana, we use the infrastructure of Valley View University. When you go to South Africa, we have our sister university, Helderberg College. When you go to Zimbabwe, we have Solusi University. When you go to Zambia, we have Rusango University. When you go to Nigeria, we have Babcock University. And so these are our universities that we use as an extension site to offer these postgraduate degrees to the people in the continent of Africa.
Now let's look at this. You've mentioned diverse, faculty who are contributing to the growth of this university. How do you recruit them?
Very good. Because Seventh-day Adventist Church is an international university, when it comes to hiring a faculty member, we don't only look within the continent. First of all, we don't look within Kenya, and we don't look within only Africa. We look beyond Africa, because we have students coming from all over the world. And so it is important for us to also have diverse faculty members that can blend, and so we advertise our recruitment. If we have a need of a faculty member, we advertise in our website, we advertise using international website, even in the social media. And so we even have people applying from US, from Europe, and Kenya here is a very conducive environment. The temperature is good, and even you have seen yourself, our campus is very serene and very secure, so people will like to come in.
Now, this program is Diaspora Connect. So now let's look at the role of the diaspora in contributing to the growth of the university. Do you have any diasporans here?
Sure. Even our Vice Chancellor, Professor Ransford Bekoe, is not an African. He comes from other continent, US, and an African American from US, and he has done tremendous work for this institution. He has been in the forefront of upgrading the infrastructure of this university, and because he is from the US, he was able to also raise funds for this infrastructure development. For example, if you look around, you can have new buildings springing up. These are donations from the diaspora, Africans in diaspora, who are donating to the development of this university, and that is a good thing. More so, the diaspora people, or people in other continents, are also giving money in a form of scholarship to our students, and most of our students have really benefited from the donation of funds in a form of scholarship from our diaspora people. And then we also have collaborations in terms of research, and recently the Carnegie African Diaspora Fellowship Program gave us one fellow, Professor Onesimus Otieno, who is a professor in one of the universities in Huntsville, Alabama. He came here and to engage with us, and the Carnegie African Diaspora Fellowship Program sponsored him 100% to come here, and we benefited from him a lot.
Yes, in fact, I'm very interested in what Professor Otieno came to do.
Very good.
Particularly, what was he here for?
You know, we are launching an online program. So he came to help us develop our online program, and more so, specifically, he came to integrate critical thinking. He is an expert in that, to integrate critical thinking into our online program, how we can deliver our programs online with critical thinking as the bedrock of the delivery of the program.
Okay, let's go for a short break. This is Diaspora Connect on AAU TV, the voice of higher education in Africa. And I'm here at Adventist University of Africa in Nairobi, Kenya, where we are looking at the contribution of the diaspora in the growth of this university. Stay tuned in, we are going for a short break.
Are you an institution or individual? Do you intend to organize a memorable event to be archived for future reference? Then look no further than AAU Studios, because it's your best bet. With our spacious studio and state-of-the-art media equipment such as 4K Panasonic video cameras, KinoFlow lights, assorted microphones, live streaming machines, and others, you are sure to get the best of production. Visit us at Trinity Avenue, East Legon, adjacent the National Accreditation Board, or contact the AAU studio via the following addresses: info@aau.org, AAU TV @aau.org, Ransford @aau.org. Alternatively, you can call us on 0244 185 998 or 0244 693 342.
Back from the break, this is Diaspora Connect on AAU TV, the voice of higher education in Africa. We are looking at the contribution of internationalization to the growth of higher education institutions. And we have just been speaking about two diasporans. That's the Vice Chancellor of this university and one Professor Otieno, who just came to contribute to the content delivery of this university's programs. And Prof, welcome back again.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Now, you had Professor Otieno come in. You have the Vice Chancellor, an African American who is here on campus.
Sure.
Now, looking at what they brought on board and what we have here in Africa, are there gaps in the higher education landscape?
Yes, there are gaps. So sorry to say there are gaps.
Okay.
When you talk about, I was the Dean of Academic Dean at Valley View University, and then I am the Dean of School of Postgraduate Studies here. When you compare the university delivery system here in Kenya, in Ghana, when you go to other African countries, you can see that the major problem we have is the delay that exists in graduating our students. That has been a problem. We are doing well now, but then I think we can work better on that. And secondly, our customer service needs to improve.
In terms of what?
In terms of how we attend to our students and how we offer services to our students. We still haven't reached there. Okay. We need to improve on that, because I have traveled widely. When you go to other schools, how they pay attention to their client and all these things, I think in Africa we still have a long way to go.
Yes, Prof. Now let's address this question. You are the Dean of Postgraduate Studies, so definitely you are involved in the recruitment of staff. And there is a huge cry that we give preferential treatment to Africans out of the continent to come into our institutions of higher learning. How true is this here at your university?
When you talk about preferential treatment, we need to define that in terms of recruiting, or when they come, the attention given to them. But when it comes to recruiting, I don't think we give preference to the Africans in diaspora. But then, when an African in diaspora comes to my institution to offer a service, to offer his or her expertise free of charge, there is a level of attention I should give. And of course, and when somebody is coming to give something to me free of charge, I should also make him more comfortable, give him the needed attention he needs. For here in our school, we have people coming to donate towards scholarship, towards infrastructure development. When such people come, of course, I need to know how I should treat the person. If I want to attract more African in diaspora to come and do likewise, because when these people go back, they are going to give report.
They are the brand's ambassadors.
Exactly. And when we give them poor preference, a poor attention, what do we expect them to go and tell?
So was the same treatment given to Professor Otieno, who is Kenyan?
Professor Otieno came as a Kenyan. We gave him a very good attention. We made him feel comfortable. And so he went out from here with a good sense of welcoming.
Are you sure he will come back?
He will come back. I spoke with him today, and he really wants to even come back to be a full-time faculty here. So I mean, it depends on preferential treatment on what we mean by that. But I believe that when the African in diaspora comes to give his or her expertise, there is a level of attention we need to give.
Okay, what about the local faculty? I know Daystar you have just very few Kenyans. So what about those Africans who are not out of the continent? Do you give them similar attention?
Of course. We are not discriminatory. We are not discriminatory. What the local faculty need for him to feel comfortable to deliver, we have to offer that. If I cannot give the equal treatment to my local faculty, what moral justification do I have to give that to a foreigner or African diaspora? So we are not discriminatory, but what we are also saying is that when a diaspora, African in diaspora come, we also need to make him feel very comfortable, make him feel welcoming, so that when we need more help from diaspora, we can have a good report.
What would make a diaspora not come back to give to your university?
Very good. It is lack of attention that we give them, lack of recognition that we give them, and then poor reception that we give them. And those are the things. I think what they only need is that they want to be recognized. They want to feel comfortable when they come. Comfortable in terms of accommodation, food, and reception, and even taking them around. They are not asking much. Taking them around. And I think if we are able to do that, I believe the diaspora will be willing and happy to come home and give to their continent.
So are you happy with the performance of your diasporans so far? The Vice Chancellor, Professor Otieno, and even those who are from Africa?
I'm particularly very much satisfied about my Vice Chancellor. My Vice Chancellor has done tremendous work in this institution. And of course, Otieno has also done well. And not only that, here at Adventist University of Africa, like I said, we have diversity of faculty members. Diversity. And they have performed tremendously well. They have done, and we are proud of our faculty members. And I hope you could interview one of our students. They can speak good of our faculty members. And here in Africa, Adventist University of Africa, we carefully choose our faculty members, knowing very well this is an international university.
Okay. But with the numerous programs that you run, how often do you train these faculty members?
We train them. You know, one thing good about this institution is we have huge sum of amount available for our faculty members to travel and attend international conferences. We require from them to be engaged in research work. Even when a faculty member publishes here, we recognize him you know, in a way, financially or other ways, we recognize them. So we encourage, because a faculty member that is not involved in research cannot deliver, cannot teach.
Okay.
So here is a requirement, and as a result, because of that, we also made available money for every individual faculty member to publish and to attend international conferences.
Okay, beyond the publishing and international conferences, do they go on the staff exchange?
Staff exchange?
In terms of going for maybe
oh,
a month's training?
And we are a new university here, but that is in the program, in our program. But what we also do here is that we offer workshops and seminars very frequently. Every year we have a colloquium for our faculty member. We bring people from outside to train and to, you know, refresh our faculty members. So we have seminars and we have workshops and research, but the exchange program takes time. We are now working on that. You need to have a collaboration with other universities, you know, to make that happen. So we are working on that very seriously.
Okay, and the final question, are there any staff gaps that you need the diasporans to come and fill?
There are. We always need faculty members, but you know, what we need is that diasporas can come, you know, to teach a course, you know, in short courses, and then go back. And we will pay for their ticket, we will pay for their accommodation, and then and they will teach, and we'll also give them a little remuneration, so that we can help our students. You know, it is we are very careful recruiting fully, you know, and you understand when I say that, because if you are not careful, you just recruit, you know, you may run into trouble.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have that opportunity for diasporas to come and teach short courses, and we are ready to pay for their transportation.
Thank you very much, Prof.
It's been my pleasure.
Thank you for talking to Diaspora Connect on
Thank you
AAU TV. This has been Diaspora Connect on AAU TV, and I have been talking to Professor Daniel Ganu, who is the Dean of Postgraduate Studies at Adventist University of Africa, and we have looked at the level of internationalization of this university, and he has placed a call to the diaspora to come because they are willing to take you to help promote the growth of the university. Continue to watch other programs on AAU TV, but this is the end of today's episode. Take care and goodbye.